Hello everyone. I wanted to come and bring you another update on my cancer journey. Today is November 30th of 2020, and over the last couple days really, I've started to experience more of the side effects of my hormone blocker pill. So I started in April taking, it's Arimidex, but the generic is, or the name for it is anastrozole. Some women, if your tumor is hormone fed, they will start you on a hormone blocker. Typically, I don't know. In my case, it was almost 2 months after my double mastectomy. So I started on this hormone blocker, and if women are not into menopause or not close to menopause, they will put them on tamoxifen. But since I was going to be having my ovaries taken out eventually, and I was starting the Lupron shots to slow down my ovaries, the doctor put me on the Arimidex, or the anastrozole. So in taking that, I did notice, I started taking the anastrozole more at the beginning of April, and started taking the Lupron shots once a month, and I believe it was middle of April. It was almost around the same time, and I can tell you my back hurt really bad. I was on almost 5 months of the Lupron shots. My back hurt really bad. So it was, if it wasn't every night, it was typically every other night. I was on a heating pad in the recliner before I went to bed for an hour or so. Just my back, it ached so bad. But when I got the hysterectomy, and the weeks after the hysterectomy, I did not have any backaches, and my oncologist was a little surprised. He had not heard of backaches coming from the Lupron shots, but I can tell you everybody seems to be different, and he wasn't surprised to hear something different either. And so they went away with my hysterectomy, which I thought, you know, now that my ovaries are out, my body has kind of just gone through this. So I was doing really good. My surgery for my hysterectomy was, and with my ovaries and tubes, was the beginning of September, and was doing really good. Everything was healing nicely. I was feeling good, and it wasn't until, it was probably Thursday night, this past Thursday night, that, or Thursday morning, I actually woke up Thursday morning and my back was killing me. And it was to the point where it felt like I slept on it wrong, like I slept in the wrong position or something, and just it was more my middle to lower back was really achy. So I had laid on a heating pad for quite a while, and that helped a little bit. Took some Tylenol, that helped a little bit. Then it would kind of go away for a while. But even like later in the night, early in the morning, the next morning, it was still aching. It was to the point I was doing some things around the house Saturday to get ready for some family to come over, and I just had to stop myself and sit down, which I am not the kind to really do that. I run and run and run, but I had to listen to my body and sit down with the heating pad for a while and not do some things that I would normally do. So I told my husband when he got home and we were talking after the company left, after our family left on Saturday, that I thought that I overdid it. I was already aching a little bit, feeling a little bit better Saturday morning, but I think I overdid it with all the prep and all of that kind of stuff. So took it easy on Sunday, and I noticed Sunday afternoon, this was yesterday afternoon, that my hands started to ache, not so much as my legs and my feet, which is such a weird feeling. And it was really more on my legs. So my legs, my back a little bit, and even waking up this morning, it hurt when I first got up to like go take the dogs out. Just my legs, and walking on my feet for the first few steps, it was just the weirdest feeling. So I know that I need to start doing some more to be proactive with warding off the pain if I can. So I'm actually looking at, I got information about 30-day breakthrough from Beachbody. I don't want to overdo it though, so I'm a bit cautious on starting that program. I might look at some other programs on my Beachbody On Demand. I'm not really a yoga person, but I I'm feeling like stretching and doing that might be good for my body, especially in the morning. So I'm going to look at what programs are available there. And the other thing, I did start a few weeks back taking biotin. Biotin, probably more with the hair and nails. I don't know if it has anything to do with like your bones or anything like that. I'd have to look at that. I do take D3, take a whole heck of a lot of D3, 5,000 milligrams, and B complex vitamin. So I added biotin to the mix because I am still losing hair. As I mentioned in prior videos, I have very, very thick hair, thankfully. So you can't really notice so much. I don't even notice as much, except for when it all comes out in the morning. So losing hair, and then a couple weeks back, what kind of prompted it was one of my toenails had come off, and it wasn't the whole toenail, but it was more than like normally just cutting your nails, so it concerned me a little bit. So I started that. The other thing that I am looking at, and I have not really tried, but I know there's been a couple days where I've come close, is intermittent fasting. So I bought a magazine on it, I bought a book about it, and been interested in seeing if that helps. I even read an article from somebody in one of the private Facebook groups I'm part of today that talked about intermittent fasting and keto, but the girl who posted it said she has not done keto, she's done the intermittent fasting, and that it almost, it forces your good cells to repair what's in your body versus being busy doing other things. And it also said in the article, which I want to look into, about cancer really liking glucose, so being cautious of your glucose levels. So I just want to dig into that a little bit more and see how that could help, because I definitely don't want, I'm on this hormone blocker I started in April, I'll be on it for 10 years. So definitely don't want to, have the months and the years ahead be pain-filled. So trying to figure out and read a little bit more about some of the potential things to help minimize that pain. So interested if any of you who have gone through the cancer journey and have had to do the hormone blockers and what kinds of things that you might have done. Appreciate if you leave a comment, and I hope you all have a great week and a great day. Thanks. Bye.